Hello, beautiful. It's Lindsay Landry, intuitive and spiritual business mentor. And today in our Facebook group, we are talking all about moving through fear so that you can grow your business and attract the clients and money that you desire. So, I wanted to do this video because fear is such a huge topic that I see so many women struggle with, especially healers, intuitives, and women who have more of a tendency to be an introvert. But there's still a way to be able to honor ourselves and honor our own sensitivities, but also put ourselves out there and be of service. Because the truth is that, there's other women out there who are feeling the exact same things and the exact same fears as you. So when you allow yourself to, move past those things and express them, it allows you to connect even deeper to your ideal clients and your audience. So some of the main fears that I notice healers and spiritual entrepreneurs struggle with is fear of being enough. There's this fear of, am I going to be enough? Am I going to really be able to help and heal people the way that I'm claiming to, or the way that they need? There's also this fear that can often come up around, am I going to be too much? If I give myself permission to fully step into my power and to show up, to share my story, to share my feelings, to share my experiences, is it going to be too much? Maybe feeling like other people aren't going to be able to relate to it, or it's going to be too emotional or too intense or whatever. But this is a common fear that comes up, and I've experienced all of these. So if you're feeling any of these, don't worry, you're not alone. Another one is being afraid that if you do step into your potential, that people might leave you. So one of the fears that I've personally had is, if I fully allow myself to show up in my full potential, I was afraid that other people wouldn't feel good enough and they would get angry and they would leave because they thought, I was trying to be in my ego, I was trying to put them down, which was never true. But that was a deep fear that I've had. And honestly, like, as I started to grow my business and up level and take steps forward, I manifested that fear into reality quite a few times, where people that I was friends with or other entrepreneurs around me, they ended up something would manifest, an issue, whatever. They would feel like I was trying to be better than them or compete with them, and it ended up being a disaster. But this happens because a lot of times when we do have these fears, we start manifesting things to mirror them back to us. Our outside world is a reflection of the world within. So when we have these fears or these energetic blocks, we're going to continue to manifest that outwardly. Our outside environment, whether it's our clients, our friends, families, relationship, it's going to mirror those things back to us. So it's really powerful to be aware of them, because awareness is always the first step to shifting energy. And whenever we are aware of them, then we can start changing. We can change that story, we can change that reality, and we can create what we want. And then the last fear that I see so many people struggle with, and this was a huge one for me, is not being able to necessarily see the whole picture. So, like, being afraid of taking the steps forward and not exactly knowing how things were going to work out, or wanting to be perfect. So wanting to have it done all perfectly, wanting to be able to see all the details. And when, a lot of times growing a business, this was something that I had to learn kind of the hard way, but it is an experiment. So there's no exact process. There's no exact step that's going to work for every single person. It's more about being in alignment with yourself and allowing yourself to be in that flow. So, the exact process that works for me might not work best for you. So it's about being okay with not having to be perfect, but being willing to get yourself out there. So, this fear around not having the exact steps or wanting things to be perfect before you put it out can be very prominent and can also hold you back. So, what I want to do now is I want to do a quick exercise with you. I want you just to pick whatever fear is the most, whatever one resonates the most for you and you feel is the strongest for you. I want you just to focus on that specific fear. And what I want you to do is you can just get quiet, close your eyes if you would like. And I invite you just to take a few deep breaths, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. And as you're breathing, just draw your attention and your awareness to your body. Allowing yourself to fully come into this moment. And as you're breathing, I invite you just to tune in to any areas in your body that you feel any resistance, any fear. You don't have to know exactly what it's about, but just notice. And then if there's any specific areas, maybe it's your heart or your stomach, or maybe it is your lower back, your pelvis area. But whatever spot calls you the most, I just want you to focus your attention on that area. And just get curious. Sinking in even deeper and just allowing that space, that area to speak to you. Is there anything there? Any messages, any feelings that want to be heard? And then sinking in even deeper. Is there anything that you need? Is there anything that this fear or this resistance needs from you? Or maybe it's from someone else. So just take a few breaths into that. And then with your next couple of breaths, I want you to imagine Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael coming into your energy, possibly even coming into your body. And imagine one of them sitting on each side of this area. So one on the left and one on the right. Now, Archangel Michael is the archangel who helps us remove fears, clear negative energy. He's our protector. And Archangel Raphael is the healer. He helps us heal our mental, emotional, spiritual, and emotional body. So as you imagine these powerful archangels assisting you, just notice how that feels to have their support. And then with your next breath, I invite you to try to expand this area. See if you can allow it to open, knowing that these angels are there supporting you. Just breathe deeper and deeper into being supported and having their support. And just notice if any of that resistance or that fear starts to dissolve, if the energy starts to open. Just know that anytime you need, you can call on these angels for support. They're always there waiting. They're waiting to support you. You just have to ask. So I just invite you to take a couple of more breaths. Coming back to your body, just noticing how you feel. Once again, how you feel with this support. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So it's important for you to remember that you are supported, and all you have to do is ask for that support. And what I notice is many times healers have a lot of trouble keeping both of their heart and their solar plexus. So being in the space of love, passion, in their solar plexus, having the boundaries and having being in our power. So a lot of times it can be challenging to keep both of these chakras open. In this meditation that I brought you through, calling in the angels, is one that I like to personally use whenever I'm struggling with that. And tomorrow we will talk more about setting boundaries for yourself and for others to ensure that you can stay open and you can move past fear. I invite you to head on over to the Facebook group, Soul Inspired Success, and I would just love to hear from you and to hear about, where you feel this fear in your body and how it felt for you to bring in the archangels to help you clear that out and open it. So I'm so looking forward to connecting with you.